never feel like you're behind just because you might see that other people are progressing faster than you, or they've gotten to this point but you haven't. Like, everybody has their own unique journey, and you are meant to experience certain things in a different way than I've experienced or anybody else has experienced to get you to that point of that change. So, welcome back, guys. It is week 3 of me, broadcasting the behind the scenes of me doing my February fast, my raw reset, detoxing, and all that. And, if you've been keeping up, I've just been, sharing me going to the gym. And right here, I'm actually doing some like lymphatic, stimulation type of thing, mostly when I do the hitting on my stomach or whatever, and then I just also do like all around my legs and my arms and stuff. Maybe that also stimulates the lymphatic system too, but I just really do this to get my body awake and moving, and just really helping the lymphatic system to really flow and stuff before my exercise begins. And I also did some stretching too that I did not get on camera. And then right here, I was just like rubbing the side of my breast too, making sure I get that. And I just did mostly a treadmill day today. Once again, like I said, I've just been focused on my cardiovascular health, so that's been great. And then this is just something that I had after the gym. It was a 10 out of 10. What's up, y'all? We're going to the conservatory. Yeah. So y'all, as you know, like I'm in the Chicago area or whatever, and this is actually one place I've never been to. I've been to the Lincoln Park Conservatory, but never the Garfield one. And I actually, I've heard of the name, but I thought it was more south. But this is actually, more northwestish or whatever. Yeah, really west. Like it's, Garfield Park area. So yeah, I don't really be going over there too much for real, but this is actually very beautiful. It's a hidden gem. Maybe it's not hidden to a lot of people that are in Chicago or have visited or whatever. This might be like a huge, attraction or whatever. I keep saying or whatever. I gotta like get that out of my speech. But yeah, y'all, this was definitely very calming and very necessary for me. Like it's cold in Chicago, like it's winter time. There's no type of nature really blooming for real. Of course, it's beautiful to observe and commune with nature, when it's in its resting state, and just to be able to witness, what it's about to transform into. But at the same time, it's like nice to be surrounded by, life again, by the flowers and stuff blooming. Like, you see how beautiful this is right here? Like, oh my gosh. And this is completely free. If anybody is interested, you can go to this one or the one in Lincoln Park. There's also another one too called the what is it called? The Chicago Botanic Garden. That one is also really beautiful. That one is, you just gotta pay for that one. I've, visited the Lily Orchid show, so that was really nice when I had done that. I have not done like the butterfly exhibit that they have there, but they also have that if anybody was ever interested in doing that. And yeah, y'all, like this Garfield place also had a couple of waterfalls, so I was definitely appreciative of all that. And y'all, they even had something like dedicated to Black History Month. Like, when do you see that for real? Like, loud and proud, representing Black History Month. And right here, I was just very intrigued because, like, I had just heard of a star apple from, the I Heart Fruit Box or whatever company. They've been sending me fruit. So I was just geeked to see that in person. They also had a cinnamon tree, too. If y'all did not know, cinnamon actually comes from, an actual tree bark or whatever. So, yeah. And then after that, I ended up going to Sun Life Organics. This is in the West Loop area. They have, actually, they don't have more locations. I've just been to one out in, Nashville when I visited, and I got me an acai bowl from there. Right here is the beauty supply. They have this Hello Kitty section in there, which is so cute, but I was shopping here for a wig and whatnot for an event later on this day, and I have it installed right here. It's definitely synthetic. You can see the lace just a little bit, so not too much on me. But yes, the event was actually, to really celebrate and bring awareness to, women with breast cancer. This is the it's called Pink Warriors Foundation. My friend's mom actually had hosted it because she thankfully, God bless, she just beat breast cancer after struggling for months. Actually, I'm not sure how long she had it, but after all the treatments and a speedy recovery, compared to what most people might experience. She has definitely been blessed to be cancer free. So it was just a beautiful experience overall, and just such a beautiful atmosphere too. I definitely almost cried a couple times, but these are like, me and a couple of my friends, the complete look. So in that last clip, we were actually ringing bells just to celebrate her being cancer free, and also just her entrance out. And this right here, I had some pomelo for dinner. Everybody else had their meat and stuff, since I'm, of course, still detoxing. I was detoxing during this period. And these are like, a couple pictures from my final look. Like, I was definitely, feeling it or whatever, and feeling the ginger color. So yes, if you guys are looking to donate to this foundation, the Pink Warriors Foundation, I will have the information, the website linked down below. You definitely, won't regret supporting, especially if you may have any family members that have experienced this. So yeah, y'all. And then this is just, another time where I had visited H Mart. I'm sure many of you guys have heard of it at this point. Like, H Mart was trending on TikTok at one point, and I was upset because everything was selling out, and it was just always crowded every time I would go. Like, thought this was a hidden gem, but pretty much it's an Asian market. That's where you can really get, things like this. They have some fresh burdock root, many of the mushrooms and whatnot that, are essential for, the vegan lifestyle. They even have some fresh ginseng up in there. Like, I've never seen that, but originally I was coming here for these dry jujubes, pretty much like some red dates or something like that, something similar to that, so I can make this hormonal tea and whatnot for my cycle that was approaching. And yeah, it's just beautiful in there overall. And right here, I had received another box from iHeartFruitBox, so y'all definitely gotta stay tuned for this unboxing. I'm actually gonna show me, tasting one of the fruits. I don't know if it's a kumquat or what. Like, I still gotta like match the name to the look of the fruit, but yeah, I'm gonna like try that in the next clip on screen. So yeah, live reactions here. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all, I really want to try this one right here before I even record the unboxing. I don't think I'm gonna do that today, because I want to wait till all the fruits are like ripe, and I might even make a whole recipe with one of them. I don't know, especially the cacao. Like, I've always wanted to try one of those. But yeah, this is like, I don't even know what the name of this one is yet. I have to look at the guide that they sent me, but it's like a mini orange or something. That's what it smells like, and that's what it appears like. So I'm about to see. Yeah, it peels like one too. I've never seen this before. Imagine this is like an original orange, and this is what it's supposed to look like. It smells like one for real, yeah. That is sour. And it has seeds. That's crazy. I don't know if it's just me. I don't think it is, but I can't tell you the last time I saw an orange with seeds in it. It's ridiculous. Even the ones that say organic. But yeah, y'all, it has like slices or whatever, like a regular orange would have too. So I don't know. Eventually I'll have like a review posted to like tell y'all what the name of these are, because I got a whole bunch of them. But yeah, it's not a bad taste. It's just super sour for my liking. I'm not sure if they're ever supposed to be sweeter or if it's just an overall sour fruit. But if you're somebody that likes the more sour taste, then this is definitely for you. And it's super tiny. I just personally feel like it's a little bit hard to eat, like to even bite through this skin for some reason. Oh, the juice just squirted out. But yeah, the skin is kind of tough underneath, so I don't know. It might be good to just chew on though, if you're craving something like, I'm not even gonna say sweet, but something sour. See y'all soon. So this is the tea fully made that I was talking about. It has some of those jujubes, got some fresh ginger, It's combined with some honey as well. I think I was actually missing one ingredient. Oh, some goji berries, and then it was one more that I think I may have forgotten. But yeah, I felt pretty good after this. I unfortunately not get to take any during my period, but yeah.
What's up, y'all? I hope y'all can hear me, but I'm actually on my way to the gym right now. It's 6:20 a.m. This is actually later than I prefer to go, but it's actually one of the earliest times that I've went so far, like during this February fast. Just because my body's been wanting to sleep a lot more lately. And sorry if it's loud in the background. I got my heat on because I'm driving, but yeah, my body has just been wanting more rest. I think it's just, it being in alignment with the season or whatever. It's still winter time, that's like for rest and restoration and stuff like that, and the vibes. So yeah, I've just been honoring that a lot more while still staying consistent. Since I'm like, still easing back into the gym, I've only been going 4 times per week. Originally, when I first ever started working out, I believe that was like 2022, and I was consistent for like over a year. I used to go like 5 to 6 times a week. Like seriously, I used to really be up in there most of the time, 6 times a week. But yeah, and I also don't have like any of my equipment anymore either, because my car had gotten broken into at one point. So yeah, they stole my gym bag, all my equipment. So it's just harder for me to do certain workouts without that. Like I used to box and everything as one of my days. I also used to lift a lot too, but I don't have any of the gloves to lift yet. I should pick up some of those pretty soon. Those are pretty cheap. So yeah, and like I had mentioned in my last video, I've been focused mostly on cardio more than anything, just to really get my cardiovascular health up. Because I know last time I visited the holistic doctor, that was, a slight concern, but not too crazy. It's just like something I need to, improve a little bit more. So yeah, and even before the winter time came, I was already like running outside or whatever before I got my gym membership again. So that definitely helped, because I noticed a big difference from when I was even working out consistently for that year. My cardio was not as good as it is now. Like when I would run on a treadmill, I could only jog for like a minute 30 straight, and that's it. So it's just nice, and I could probably go for like 10 minutes at this point. I don't think I've hit 10 minutes yet, but probably like 7 minutes I have of just straight jogging. So yeah, we'll see what happens today. I'll probably get in a sauna too for a period of time, but it's definitely going to be eventful today for me. I'm going to be going to a breast cancer awareness gala. So yeah, I'm going to show a little bit of the behind the scenes of that. Not sure how much I'll be able to film or whatever, just so I can still be present in the moment. But yeah, I might show me getting ready too. So yeah, y'all. And I'm also chewing on cloves right now too, if y'all have seen me like chewing at all. I'm not sure if I have, like by accident. But yeah, cloves are really, really good for my teeth health. And I know like a lot of the natural toothpastes are made with cloves, coconut oil, peppermint, and all that. And it's also beneficial to just chew on some too. So yeah. Hey y'all, it's Angel. It is very bright, so I'm probably going to be squinting in this video. In the last clip, I had mentioned that I was on my way to the gym, but I just realized it's Saturday and the gym does not open until 8 a.m. on the weekends for whatever strange reason. The one time I decided to get up early and stick to like my desired schedule or whatever. And it's crazy, like when I was initially first going to the gym, like back in 2022, I used to get up at like 4:30, and I would be at the gym like no later than 6. But my desired time was like 5:30 a.m. like arrival, not even just leaving the house. So yeah, but it is what it is. I just decided maybe I should take this opportunity to speak to you guys, because I'm probably not gonna have enough time, to be honest, with everything that's going on today with the gala, like I had mentioned. So yeah, as far as how things have been going with the, February fasting, slash my detox, my raw resets. Things have been pretty good, I would say. This week I did experience a lot of mucus coming up, which is a good sign that my body's working real hard to get rid of, the excess mucus, all the toxins and stuff like that. They're gonna come out in different ways. My skin is finally starting to clear up a little bit. This is my natural face. So yeah, I'm happy about that things are working, because it was definitely very rough last week. But I don't know. I think it's very important to just stick things through and continue to keep faith when it comes to things like this, because it's very easy to let the small things, when it's something that you aren't used to, like allowing that to get in the way of your progression. And I don't know, just having the faith that things are still working out, even though it might not look like it on the surface. And, that's just a perspective that you can take when it comes to anything in life, for real. Like, when it comes to building your dreams, like, it's not going to look all peachy all the way through, but the end result is going to be so worth it. Especially, all of the work and effort that you put in to just stay persistent and consistent and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just excited to see what the results are by the end of February. I'm probably gonna continue like a little bit into March, since February isn't like a full 30 days or whatever, and I didn't even start eating completely raw in February. Like that first week I was easing into it. So yeah, and I'm probably gonna be eating a lot more raw, lighter, whole food meals anyways throughout March, at least the first half, because I need to gradually ease my body back into eating, cooked foods or whatever. There was probably a little bit of confusion with that. I am not switching to a completely raw vegan lifestyle diet or whatever. I don't have a desire for that at this point in my life. I know that my body benefits more from eating raw, just because like all of the waste has been sitting in my system literally for years, because I've never done a detox correctly, allowing my body to actually get everything out or whatever. And even when I went vegan, I was still eating the processed stuff. Even when I had my periods of trying to, fast from the cooked foods, I still wasn't exactly doing it correctly and taking the right herbs to actually cleanse me out, at least all the way, and not doing it long enough. So like I said, in March, yeah, we gonna be getting it up with more raw meals, whole food meals before I get back into it. And I'm probably gonna most likely use the processed ingredients very much, I don't even want to say in moderation, like even less than that, like very, very rare, unless I just completely get rid of it as a whole. And like, if I do decide to make like, some mac and cheese or something, I would most likely try to make my own cheese sauce, so that I can at least limit the amount of preservatives and stuff and, chemicals that go into it. Like, I know that you can use tapioca starch for sure to get the cheese, consistency, because I made mozzarella cheese from scratch at home, vegan of course. I had made like a pizza or whatever, and it actually worked out pretty good. So I'm excited to explore that, and even exploring how to make, vegan butter at home too. Like, that's definitely on my list. So maybe I'll just do more of that than relying on the store-bought stuff, and I'll probably be saving way more money anyway. Y'all don't even want to know how much money I be spending on groceries. It's crazy. Other than that, the energy levels have been pretty normal, I would say. It hasn't gotten to the point where it's like all the way up there, like how I was feeling initially, going into it. And again, I think my body is just really pushing, the last stages or whatever, as far as like getting the toxins out, for real, like the last push. So yeah, I'm sure that, that'll switch up, because now I'm no longer getting the, mucus and stuff coming up. I'm waking up with a pretty clear throats, and I no longer have any of the, cold symptoms either, because I definitely had the sneezes. I think my throat might have been sore too at one point, but that had went away as well. And just experiencing the sinus headache, I feel pretty good, especially like working on my energy and stuff too every single day, being intentional with that, with what I give my energy to, what I allow to control me as far as, thoughts, or maybe even, other people's projections and stuff, especially being on social media and stuff, and, being more vulnerable and just, sharing a bit of me. That just leaves the door open for people to give their opinions and stuff. And it's very important to have, some tough skin when it comes to that, especially the more known that you get, that's the more people like to hate, it seems like. Or the more that you just attract a wider audience, you'll eventually bring in those people too that are, some haters that hate themselves, so they gotta put it on to others. So yeah, but I'm grateful despite all that, for all the love and support, and also most importantly the love and support that I've been giving myself, because that's what's most important anyways. That's what truly matters. So yeah, I definitely want to take this moment to give thanks and praise to myself, that I've, stuck things through this long, consuming no cooked foods, even throughout the temptation. I definitely have experienced that as well. Like, smelling all the different foods or whatever, like when my family and stuff might cook a meal or whatever, it's like, dang, that smells really good. I wish I could take a bite. Or just seeing all of the food popping up on my explore page or whatever, and for you page, I'm like, dang, if only I could cook this right now, or get any ideas in my head of what I want to cook next and not being able to. But this too shall pass. This period of me only eating raw foods, it's not forever, it's temporary, and it's very necessary for me. And yeah, I'm ready to also tackle like my hormonal balance, like getting that in order as well, because that's also been another huge issue caused by my bad gut health. So it's like just having to confront that first, the gut, and cleanse out my colon and stuff. And now I'm ready to start taking the herbs, because my cycle is actually approaching next week. And yeah, I did buy another, I don't want to say it's a bitters, but it's like a fibroid elixir type of thing. I don't even know if elixir is the right word, but it's some type of liquid with the herbs. And some of them I have actually taken before as a mix. It has herbs such as the sarsaparilla root, I think that's how you pronounce it. It has I don't know if it has fennel seed. I think it might have the female ginseng or whatever, the dong quai, herbs and such like that attack, fibroids, ovarian cysts. It's good for people with PCOS and just, infertility. So yeah, I'm excited to, get that in order, and just seeing how, if, taking that will ease the pain caused by my cycle. Because I don't have time for that. Like, mine will be like really bad to the point of where I get nausea and, sorry for the sensitive stomachs, but like, throwing up and stuff like that. Like, I literally can barely eat anything on my first day or move around, unless like I just like sit completely still and I go to sleep for a couple of hours. Then that's when I'm able to at least move a little bit throughout my first day, and that's not normal at all. Like, that's a very bad sign that something is going on within you, like, that you need to address. So when I went to that Vipassana retreat, again, if you guys have not seen that video, definitely go check it out. I did a silent meditation retreat where I was meditating for like 10 to 11 hours per day. No interactions with people, no talking, no reading, no journaling, no forms of distraction. It's literally just you to yourself. No edibles, no drinking, so you can't sneak that in or nothing either. Yeah, no phone either, of course. So yeah, after that, and getting the clarity that I needed, that it was time to really address these issues and cleanse myself, because I was experiencing pain when I was there. Because I have ovarian cysts, I would experience the harsh stomach pain even outside of my cycle. Like, what is happening? And just excessive back pain, like, it just wouldn't stop. So, and it got to the point to where I couldn't go throughout the day without consuming, it's this herb called slippery elm bark. I would consume the powder form of it just to ease my stomach lining, but even that itself, it's not addressing the problem, it's just putting a band-aid over it. So yeah, let me address like one question that I've been getting asked pretty consistently. So it's been mostly women that have been like asking me this, but they're asking me about like a weight loss and stuff, because there's many people that want to try this type of lifestyle, or just even, to do some type of detox or cleanse, but they're afraid of the weight that will fall away once they do something like this. Okay, so you look at me, Chef A. Obviously, I am a petite woman. And if you've been like following me for a long time, or if you even like knew me before I started doing this for real, maybe if you had me on Snapchat back in the day, or we went to school together or something, like, like I definitely dropped a lot in weight. I probably lost about like 20-25 pounds since I went vegan, and a lot of that has of course been like the switch up of the diet and me working out, but a big factor has also been stress too. Like, stress will definitely kill and get rid of a lot of weight on you too, especially if you're not eating enough calories or whatever. I was burning more calories than I was eating, because I used to be a gym rat for real. So just wasn't doing things the right way, and I was allowing myself to experiment as I'm experimenting now. And I definitely was still worried about losing weight, of course, especially when I started to try out the periods of eating just fruit or whatever. At first I was doing just 12 days on all fruits just to get some sort of cleanse, but I was afraid to do something like 30 days. Like, back then I would have never done something like that. I'm like, that's just too much. I'm gonna lose way too much. Because I understand, like, as a woman, your curves, your breasts, your butt and stuff like that, your thighs, in a way that makes you feel more feminine, I guess you could say. And it's definitely very easy to focus a lot on that, desiring that when it comes to being on social media and just the modern day world too, and what's seen as acceptable, and what looks more healthy and what's desirable towards well, for men, or other women too, whatever you like, or even yourself too. If you find that you are more drawn and attracted to the thicker looking bodies or whatever that are more curvy, then hey, that's just your preference. But when it comes to that, like, now I definitely have fears for sure. But this time I knew that it was deeper than that. I knew that it was just about me focusing on my health. Like, this is what I need to, worry about, not even worry about, but, work through first, before I'm, spending my time trying to make sure I'm not losing too much weight during this. Because naturally, when you fast, when, you go vegan, at least the right way, a lot of unhealthy fats are going to leave your body that were gained from you eating all these different processed foods. It's a lot of waste. And the way that my body would gain weight in the past, it was just a lot of inflammations I had going on. Like, I would gain weight a lot in my face and my neck and stuff like that. So yeah. And it's like, now that I'm eating less inflammatory foods, of course that's just gonna naturally go away. And again, not focusing on calorie intake, because I didn't want that to like drive me crazy either, keeping count of that, counting calories, because I feel like that's just a little too much. But maybe there will come a point in time where I do prioritize that more. I just want to make sure that I have a healthy relationship with my body, with myself, before really approaching that, just so I can be in the right mindset of fully accepting how I am now. And I don't know, again, just doing it for the right reasons, because it's, again, like, what is your reason why for this? Is it truly just because you like it and you would love yourself regardless, or is it for validation of some sort? So yeah, if I find that that's what I just want for myself because I like it, I love it, and I still love how I look today, and I would be fine without it, then maybe that'll be a time where I focus on that. But other than that, I just prioritize what needs to be prioritized. And it's just like, this is not me. I also had to come to that understanding. I am not my body, I am not my thoughts. Not to sound corny, like the people, how they sound when they first become the spiritually awakened ones or whatever. But that's real. It's like, I'm not any of this. Like, this is only temporary. I'm this is just my human vessel or whatever. And I don't know, it definitely deserves to be loved and cherished at all times, of course, but still just understanding that you are the awareness that lives within. So it's just like all about how much importance you place upon it. I don't know, I've altered my perception that it has to look a certain way because I definitely made myself miserable by holding on to that for so long. Especially since like my whole confidence, initially, I'm gonna get, vulnerable with y'all, but that's just real and I've accepted it and I've moved past that, so I'm more comfortable sharing it. But um previously, like when I had first went vegan and I was transitioning, when I even first started my workout or whatever journey, I was doing that for the wrong reasons. And before that, it's like my confidence was built up off other people's validation and stuff like that, because I was always told I was pretty my whole life, but I had a hard time like actually believing it. And I was also like pretty skinny growing up too, like and it wasn't until like after high school that I really started focusing on gaining weight. But again, that was for the wrong reasons, because I wanted to be one of the slim thick ones, because that's what was trending, what was popular. And I wouldn't be surprised if it came another point in time where it's more popular to be on the skinnier side, or maybe even bigger than the slim thick or whatever. So it's like lacking that real sense of confidence. When I finally started pulling away from like relying on that, I stopped posting pictures or whatever and videos on my Snapchat, my Instagram, and I was just with me, myself. It's like I really saw the reflection in the mirror. And from that point to now, I've been building my own sense of confidence and relying solely on that, no matter what anybody else tells me. Because I know even when I get a compliment or whatever on my appearance, it's like I don't hold it to a high value anymore, because I know that I need to feel it in here internally, to actually believe it anyways. And again, that's what matters, because a person's perception of you can always shift and change. And if that's your source of confidence for you to feel good about yourself, then you're gonna live a rough life. So yeah, I feel like that's a normal thing a lot of us have experienced, especially if you've grown up within a toxic household or whatever. That's just my take on it and how I've managed to do it. Honestly, while I've been fasting in February, I have not noticed a significant difference at all. Honestly, I don't know, the max is probably like 3 to 5 pounds that I've probably lost. Like, I've lost a good amount of the unhealthy fats, and it's like my weight has just been maintaining like for the past months. Like, I would say like 5 months is just been maintaining at the same number, and I don't even check it anymore, for real. So yeah, I don't really feel that much of a difference. And maybe it's also because I'm not hyper fixated on it, like living in fear that I'm going to lose some weight in pounds, and worried about what somebody else is gonna think if they see me getting smaller. So, and it's like after I get to the point of where I completely eliminate all the toxins and stuff, and I switch to a healthier lifestyle that aligns more with my system, then it'll come the time for me to focus on that, if that's what I even desire in the first place, again, for the right reasons. Even now, when I go to the gym, it's to focus on my health, because I know that I'm in need of a better cardiovascular system, or whatever the right wording is. I know that I needed to work on that. I know that I need to strengthen my muscles. I know that get my stamina up. So that's really my reason why. And it's like, it's also very easy too when you see all the different gym girlies and stuff online, to get caught up in the comparison. I definitely got caught up in that when I was first going back in 2022, because I was so focused like on getting that body image or whatever, because that became the new trend. And it's crazy because I never even thought that was even attractive to me personally, before I was even focused on that, and before that became popular. Like, I never wanted a muscular looking body. Like, the only thing I ever maybe desired was just like slight abs or whatever, or just a flat tummy in general, and I already have that. And it's like, to actually go to the gym now and not feel any of that, not have the thoughts come across your mind at all, and just to be feeling good that you're showing up for yourself, feels amazing and it's truly freeing. So yeah, that's just my advice to anyone out there. If you can, take anything from what I've said as far as how I'm able to push through despite the potentials of you losing weight. I don't even want to say potential. This, you're most likely going to, but I just feel like whatever needs to fall away, it will. And understand too, everything is temporary. Even me being at this weight now, it's temporary. It's not going to be forever, especially, when I have kids. It's like the woman's body especially always fluctuates and it changes, and you just have to learn how to be accepting at all times. Yeah, and there will possibly come a time where I'm weighing more. Maybe I'll go back to the weight that I once was back in the day, but at least it'll be coming from a place of acceptance, like I said, and self-love, and honoring my body, and knowing that I look good regardless of what anyone else says, perceives, or yeah. So it's just all about being your biggest supporter at the end of the day. You need to be your biggest support system. That's what truly matters. Like, it's of course good to have friends and family and stuff around that encourage you, but at the end of the day, sometimes all you got is you to really rely on when it comes to that, because it's your journey. At the end of the day, everyone else has themselves to focus on and work on, and you need to be your biggest cheerleader. And it's taken me 23 years to realize that, but I'm so glad that I have. And even if you're older than me, don't ever allow yourself to feel discouraged because you feel like you're still not there yet. It's like, trust me, I understand like the annoyance you may feel with yourself as far as like slow progression or whatever, and feeling like it's so hard for you to let go of certain mindsets, certain habits, certain ways of thinking. Trust me, I get it. Like, literally before I went on that retreat, like, I was very resistant to the change, like putting in the work to actually change how I was thinking and perceiving the world. Never feel like you're behind just because you might see that other people are progressing faster than you, or they've gotten to this point but you haven't. Like, everybody has their own unique journey, and you are meant to experience certain things in a different way than I've experienced or anybody else has experienced to get you to that point of that change. But as long as you just show up for yourself and you do the work, and not just do things that'll put a band-aid over the pain. Like, for example, I would think that me just doing breath work and doing just quick meditations to ground myself and calm myself down would be the answer to me, finally healing and stuff. And of course, I would be journaling and stuff too. And I would gain awareness about the things that I needed to work on and the reason whys and, the root causes. But it's like, I wasn't doing the work to actually let go and release because I was afraid to. I was afraid of, what life would look like if I didn't have, all of these scars or whatever is still attached to me. I don't even want to say scars, but like all of these traumas and burdens and stuff, because I don't know who Angel really is without that. It's like I'm starting to meet her now, of course, as I continue to release more and more and more. This is the most free that I've felt. But yes, what I started to do differently is I sat through everything. I sit through everything now. If any type of, past trauma or pain comes up, I sit through it and I allow myself to feel it, and I allow it to pass through me so I can actually let it go. I don't come up with ways to protect myself from something like this happening again, or I don't try to, place myself in a victim mentality or anything like that, or make myself feel like I'm a victim to my life or the things that have happened to me, because they've all built me into who I am today. They've brought me to this point of where I have this, extreme discipline and persistence, the strength that I have to even do things like this, my resilience and stuff that I have, for me to dedicate my life to actually putting something purposeful and something that's well needed out there into the world. Like, that all has shaped me into who I am today, and that's a beautiful thing. So just allow myself to actually feel it and accept it and know that I can't change it. It's in the past, and the past doesn't exist. I don't have to live there. Understanding that, reminding myself of that, like, I can't change this. There's no point in even continuing to go into detail about it and talking about it. I find that journaling it can, you know, work in a moment, like as far as when I need to process my thoughts, and maybe it's a method of like, you know, becoming aware about something. If I'm not aware of it like on the surface, then journaling can definitely help. Therapy can help, because, you know, I've been in therapy too, I think for like almost a year now, and I'm coming to the point to where I even feel like that itself is not doing that much for me, because it's like I'm constantly just digging into the past. I'm talking about the same things over and over. It's just like, what is this really doing for me? Like, I am aware of what needs to be let go of. Like, I already know the answers. All that I have to do is the work and put in the effort to let go. All I have to do is let go. That's literally it. So it's just like things like that I felt like hindered me. I don't even want to say hindered, because, you know, every step, everything was beautiful or whatever, and definitely has led me to my growth, led me here or whatever. It was very necessary, but now I feel like it doesn't help as much, and I don't know, it's just not really needed for real, because of me being so self-aware. And knowing that really it's only me that can let go. It's not the things that I do. It's not me, you know, writing it down in a journal or whatever. It's not me, you know, burning the paper or whatever. Like if I write a letter or something to myself or somebody else or whatever, where I needed to give forgiveness or, you know, forgive in that type of way and like burn it, or maybe I needed to write my traumas or whatever out on paper and burn it in a way of like me releasing and letting go. Like, none of that shit works. The power is within you. You have the power to control your thoughts, your inner states. You have the power to let go when things need to be let go of. Like, none of that other stuff matters. Like, they are great tools for sure. Like, I still meditate, I still do my breath work because it's essential for me, but those aren't the, you know, complete answers. The answer is you when it comes to the letting go part. I encourage you all to continue to put forth effort in your journeys of self. And if you haven't started, I encourage you to start if you feel like, you know, it's time. And if you guys have any questions, you can definitely comment down below. Honestly, YouTube is one of the platforms where, you know, I look at that the least, and I'm like least active as far as like commenting back, so I do apologize about that. It's just a lot to keep up with, especially like my Instagram is growing the fastest, and then TikTok too. It's like always comments on there every single time. I get a lot of DMs, and I'm also, you know, running, you know, my business with my books and stuff too, and I get, you know, questions and inquiries about that. So it's just a lot to focus on, and also just making sure I have enough time for me. And I'm doing all of this by myself, so I'm sure, you know, one day when I get my team, things will be a lot smoother. So I thank you all for your patience and for your consistent support. I thank you for your consistent support too, regardless of, you know, my responses and stuff, not always being there. My bad, y'all, my iPhone was overheating, so it cut off. But I'm just gonna wrap it up there. I'm gonna take that as my sign. The gym is about to open up anyways. I got like 12 minutes left, so yeah, thank you so much for listening. If you got up to this point, I'll be wondering like who actually be listening to my stuff all the way through. You're a real one. But yeah, I'm so excited to, you know, broadcast the rest of this journey. I probably got like just one more week of an upload or whatever, unless I do one more too for March. As far as like, I don't know, I really want to start being like consistent weekly, like regardless of it being just, you know, a fast or reset or whatever. So let's speak that into existence. Like, let's try to do that every single Sunday. But I just don't want to make any promises or anything, like just in case. But yeah, y'all, I hope y'all are doing beautiful, that y'all are doing great. And if you are also doing something similar to me, like detox or whatever, eating raw, then I'm wishing you great luck on the rest of it, and, you know, some happy healing too, and continue to do you regardless of what anybody else says, especially if you might have family members too that, you know, they think that's crazy, like they've never heard of a lifestyle, you know, such as that. You know, a lot of people are uneducated on stuff like that, so they'll always give their opinions on things. Yeah, just don't let it bother you, and continue to do you, continue to choose peace. And yeah, y'all, see y'all in the next video. I'm actually recording this before the gala, so I know I was speaking about it as if I was gonna do that later, but I'm still going to put that probably at the beginning of the video. So I hope that's not too confusing. Y'all probably don't care for real. But anyways, yeah, peace. I'll see y'all in the next video.